Welcome. Namaste, beautiful souls. This is the tarot card reading today for the Empress card. If you're working with the number 3 as your number for 2024 or your card of the year is the Empress, you are wanting to connect with the energy of Venus. This also is a secondary card for Taurus and Libra. So there may be something here for all of you beautiful souls. And as always, if this reading resonates and you connect with what it is that I have to offer, please like and subscribe. Thank you. So this is a very, I think, big and understated energy, the Empress. It is one that holds space for us like no other. And one of the most beautiful ways to connect with this energy is to lie down on the floor, to lie down on the earth, to find a way to truly let go of your physical body and understand what it is to be held by Mother, to be held by Gaia, to be held by, to lean into. And so today what I thought I would do is really invite you to do that. If you choose to stay standing or you choose to stay in your chair, just for a moment, close your eyes and focus on your next exhale breath and the next one. And allow the physical weight of your body to create a deeper impression into the chair, into the floor, into whatever it is you are sitting or lying upon. And beware of other parts of your body that are connected to the floor, to the earth. And with the next exhale breath and the next one, soften even more. And there are parts where you hold on so tight. You hold on so tight because you must be strong. You must protect your body. And this is a practice in learning to let go. But I assure you, if you do, you will not fall. She will be there, holding you, supporting you. It's quite an extraordinary visualization. It is a beautiful way to heal and to connect with the mother in this lifetime, particularly if she is not here, or if you have unhealed wounds with her and that relationship. If you have any challenging issues with your own role as mother, lean in to her. This is called The Mother of All, and it's by Donna Harper. She came to the people on a wind-swept night. Plague and pestilence, hunger and horror had rained down on the gentle countryside, but she shone a light in the shadowy depths and brought a tranquil repair to their dark days. In times of hardship, she touched their hearts with her bounty, and her kindness filled empty bellies with mushroom soup when few dared enter strafed cornfields. The mighty oak rebalanced itself, and the whispering ash stroked the wind. By the glowing light of a waxing moon, her gentle hand soothed ancient scars, and her sage mind healed the spirit of a once proud people. Her soft-spoken wisdom flowed like sweet nectar to douse the flames of chaos. Yet her words of wisdom were whispers on the wind of change, blowing, gusting, and heaving heavy storms in their wake. With her radiant strength, she gave birth in the mysterious light to new and knowledgeable nations around the globe. Warrior women guarded the young and taught them wisely how to give as well as take. They followed the learning of the waxing moon in her undulating glow and lived in peaceful solitude. By the time peace worldwide was declared, she was gone from their lives, and no one knew where or when. Rumor has it she wanders vast ancient lands still, easing those who suffer in isolation. For she is a salve on their solitary souls. Her words of wise comfort are a blanket of protection in their hour of need, and she is the origin of all, protecting, nursing, feeding, and teaching, for she is Mother Gaia. It is it's a big archetype. It's a big archetype to work with for the year. I think to really embody this archetype is to step into your role as mother. Regardless of the gender you identify with, you step into qualities and perhaps roles and open your heart and your body in a way to provide comfort for those who need comfort around you. This is an invitation, and a particularly challenging one for people who resist this sort of mothering role. Now, there is this quality, and yet I want to be mindful of something else. This card is also entitled The Empress. This is also the archetype of a ruler, of a strong and powerful leader who rules from the lunar, and yet who carries tremendous strength. She is the counterpart to the Emperor in the tarot. She is not the subordinate. And I think sometimes we forget that this card also embodies the archetype of great leader. And so, with everything that I was guiding you into before, know that there's qualities of this that take on quite a responsibility, a responsibility to create the environment for, to hold space for, to perhaps to guide others into these kinds of roles as well, too. Okay, so both of these qualities are equally important, and it is likely if you're working with this card for a whole year that they will both show up in some way. Okay. Again, I'm without a second camera, still working on the technology issues. And let's just look at some of the details on the card. So Venus is the planet that is expressed on pretty much every card except for the Marseille. And so that might also be an exploration for you this year, is to respond to your Venusian energy. And that's going to be something different for many people. It may be something that you do on Fridays. Friday is the day of Venus. Friday, the day of the goddess. It may be a very specific study into the qualities and the stories and the mythology of the Venus Aphrodite archetype. It could be an unveiling of your divine feminine qualities and allowing and giving permission. And again, it's funny, every time I've been talking about archetypes and how you might work with an archetype for a year, this is not something we're going to be doing 24/7 for most people. However, sorry, what I have learned is that when we're studying and practicing and trying to understand something, if we do it the same time every day, we do it the same time every Tuesday, Thursday, there's something about this pattern of patterns and habits and routines, so that it becomes more of lifestyle than something that we have to do. And so maybe on your given designated time, you practice, you dance. It's funny. I think about, turning on music and moving your body, feeling your way into your body, having a more of a sensual experience with whatever it is that you're doing, dancing your way through it. Isn't this card beautiful? It's so rich with color. It's just outstanding. Now, Mel Meline, the creator of this deck, also recognizes the harmonizing lunar qualities, which I think is really important here. The idea of heart, the lotus is here as well too, as well as the fertility, the colors of green, and the stars on her crown. So she's connected to everything, connected to the cosmos, connected to the universe. She is she's powerful. She is powerful. This is a gorgeous card. Okay. One of the things I do like about the Wild Unknown Tarot, in this deck we have, for the Emperor, we have an evergreen tree. And for the Empress, we have a deciduous tree. And there's something here about the ability to release and let go and be with cycles. Now, of course, evergreen trees also shed needles, but there's something about deciduous trees that it's more obvious about their connection with cycles and knowing when to bloom and when to die, knowing when to blossom, knowing when to let go. The feminine archetype in our highest frequency has those qualities, and that may also be something that is part of your tapping into the energy of this card this year, is to honor the complete cycle, the full process. Now, this sounds a little bit like lunar energy and the High Priestess that I was talking about yesterday, but this is also a quality of Empress cycles, garden cycles, cycles of life, cycles, wherever you are in your cycle, in your time frame. We all go through these periods of waxing and waning, and sometimes they're even more apparent than that. So that's also part of this card. But let's shuffle, and of course we'll start with the Venus energy today. I may have mentioned I'm still technically challenged with my cameras, so I will be turning my laptop to look at the cards. January 15th. Okay. This is a reading connecting to the energy of the Empress, the divine feminine in her abundance, in her Venusian qualities, in her qualities as leader, mother, Gaia, protector, nurturer of all. As always, we ask these messages be in the highest for the greatest good, and that no harm be done. So be it. All right, Venus, Mother of Swords. Mother of Swords. All right, let's look at the cards. I'll do my best to do this as smoothly as possible. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. Bear with me, wrong way. And thank you for your understanding until I get this resolved. Okay. All right, so Mother of Swords. Let's see what is in her of the other position. So we do have the Empress. Empress is on Mercury. Moon, Three of Cups. Lovers, 3, 3, 3, 6. Wow. The World is in the Mars position. Nine of Pentacles, Five of Swords. And the High Priestess is on the bottom. So let's not hide her. Let's also honor and find a way for her to dance and to be in harmony with the Empress archetype. Okay. And I feel like there's quite a few bits and pieces here that are about letting this energy be both Empress and something else. She is strong enough to stand with and alongside with good morning, Dr. Emery, with and alongside other aspects of yourself. Okay, so it is I think this is an important part of not forgetting these qualities of strength and leadership. Now, recall, I don't know if you have decided which sort of energy you're working with, as 2024 is a number 8. So 8, Strength, Waite Smith, 8, Tarot de Marseille and Crowley, and the older decks was Justice. But regardless of whether you're working with this as a karmic energy or a strength energy, you can take this year as one of resetting and harmonizing and finding that power of the divine feminine within you. We have a harmonizing qualities throughout this whole reading that feel really important. Note also that the World card is a 3 reduced 21. 2 plus 1 is a 3. So I would also be doing some research into the numerology of the number 3 and working with that, perhaps focusing on 333 instead of 1111 and 111, to look at, pay attention to triangle shapes, both in their receptive form as well as in their active form. So both upward and downward facing triangles. Something very really powerful here with that. And when I look at the contrast of Mars, so in the Mars position is the World card, a card of full circle, fullness, completeness, being at a place in your life where you have accomplished, been through, learned many things. And the idea of reflection is also important. And in the Mercury position, the position of knowledge, the position of healing, quick moving planet that seems to be more in conversation these days, more of an awareness about Mercury and its how close it is and its influences. Mercury is connected to the Sephira of Hod, to the mind, to the intellect, to the wisdom. And so there's this conversation here of really knowing who the Empress is in you and for you, to honor her fullness, to honor the blessings of her cycles. And I would read the World card as well as a message of cycles. Really powerful. The contrasting cards up at the top, we have Saturn, Five of Swords, and Jupiter, Nine of Pentacles. So another three, a triple three. So why is Saturn in a place of intellectual, perhaps challenges of the voice, challenges of expression? Saturn, Five of Swords. Really interesting depiction, isn't it? Because you know what happens when you cut an earthworm. Sometimes I really, it's amazing. I've worked with Kim Kranz's deck for a long time, and I get little nuggets out of it. So Five of Swords as a place of restriction and limitation, I think, is asking us to really look at how we are challenged vocally, how we perhaps create limitations around our mind, around our ability to. Is this a confidence issue with your ability to lead and to decide, to take charge? You know, there could be a lot of things here. And the expansive card is saying you have a lot. I want to go into this a little bit more deeply, but I'm going to transition into part 2. And if this is resonating with you, please follow along. I will briefly sign off and on, adjust the camera a little bit better, and then let's go a little bit deeper into this relationship between the Five of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles, as well as some of the other important cards here. It's really great. The Three of Cups showing up on the moon. That is also a really important cycle, I think. So I'll see you in just a few moments. Namaste.